Hey, it's Time Scark 11 with another Sun Moon Wifi battle. This was the final match of the Dragon Monotype tournament I mentioned in the previous battle. My third round match also didn't happen because the opponent got banned on Miiverse, so wasn't able to continue participating, so I moved on to the final round, which was pretty upsetting because I really wanted to get more battles out of that tournament. It was the main reason that I hosted it in the first place. So it was a Dragon Monotype tournament with one wild card allowed. So I was pretty scared of the Weavile when I saw it. I knew that I need to use Miss Kobayashi, since it's the only thing that could stand a chance against the Weavile. So I wasn't too worried here, since I am fully defensive. And I saw they had nothing on their team to stop Stealth Rock. So I see they did not have Fire Punch. If they had, it might have brought me down to my Sturdy, I think. So seeing they did not have Fire Punch, I wish that I had stayed in and gone for Driver Ball. So I had to sack off Elma, unfortunately, to give a chance to bring Miss Kobayashi back in. So that actually helped me because it increases Gyro Ball's damage. Now, I'm not exactly sure why they did that. That was a pretty big mistake. Once they bring Dragonite back in, it's going to be almost completely useless. So I'm not sure why they didn't just sack it off and go for another Earthquake to get some chip damage off on Miss Kobayashi. I mean, it would have done a pretty decent amount since they were at +2 now. So I know that Flamethrower or Fire Blast is coming. Lucula can tank it. And I'm assuming this was Scarf because it seemed pretty obvious that they would have been running this Scarf on something. So I'm not sure why they didn't switch there. Maybe they were just sacking off Hydreigon, which I'm not sure why they would do when they need it to take out Miss Kobayashi. Plus a Scarf Dragon in a Dragon Monotype tournament is extremely useful. So really not sure why they were just sacking it off there. I went for Toxic instead of Protect, assuming that they might switch out last minute and then save Hydreigon for fodder later. So I went for Protect, assuming Fake Out was coming. Instead, they just went straight for Icicle Crash. Now, with Luca's HP, I assumed I was going to live one Icicle Crash, but never found out. Actually, I think I was running Calcs that whole time and saw that I was going to live, and that's why I stayed in. I was just going to take out Weavile with Flamethrower and get rid of the danger of it, but they switched out, I guess because they thought I was going to switch into Miss Kobayashi. So that did way more than I thought should have been possible. But at least now this thing is at -1 speed, and Fafnir definitely outspeeds now. So, outrage! Now I guess they were sending in Dragonite to stall out Outrage. Except they sent in Garchomp, which turns out to be Scarf Chomp. So I'm not sure why they didn't just go for that first and save Dragonite. Oh wait, no, not Scarf Chomp, it was Regornium Z. I was thinking Scarf because I remembered it outspeeding, but it outsped anyway, which means that it had to have been Jolly, so they would have known that they would have outsped, so I'm not sure why they did just send that in first, instead of sacking off Dragonite first. Unfortunately, Fafnir doesn't get to do a huge amount, but still important work. Ironically, one of the strongest Pokemon on this team, and it is yet to do much in the battles that I've used him in. So got off the weakness policy to take this thing out. Now there's Weavile to deal with because it's probably carrying Ice Shard. So the way they brought it in, I knew that it had to be carrying Ice Shard, but it went for Icicle Crash, so I'm wondering if maybe the Weavile was scarfed. If it wasn't scarfed, I'm not sure if it could have outsped a +1 Jolly Dragonite. So that did pretty good damage. Just over 50%, I believe. So I didn't see that coming. I probably should have, because it was obvious that I was going to switch. Because of the likelihood of them using Power Fire. So I was just sacking Toro at that point. Now with the special defense drop, I can send in Kana and she will live a Draco Meteor. And should be able to OHKO with Dragon Pulse. So I'm thinking no big deal, Kana can live that, it's at -2. It was a crit. The crit ended Kana's life needlessly. And because of that, the rest of the battle turned into really annoying stall. So I'm just going to speed up until getting to the end. So what I was doing for a long time was I was saving my last gyro ball to get them into thinking that I was out of gyro ball, so that I could finally get them down low enough that they wouldn't roost anymore. Because if I just used up gyro ball and they continued roosting, then it would have been even longer of just using rapid spin to take them down. So yeah, this made it seem like I was right in my assumption earlier that Wifi was scarfed. So that went on way longer than it needed to, all because Kana got critted. So if you want to battle me, then comment or tweet at me asking for a battle. So see you next time!